This is that late night working after 3, man. This is why my old girl was mad at me. This why I'm your majesty, man. The click is the tightest, the tightest, the drinks are the coldest, the future the bright.
What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon, lifestylesdefined.com, and this is a sensitive topic for me. In fact, I'm gonna drink some water. Not drinking alcohol tonight. I know. But this is a sensitive topic for me, and there's been some rumors flying around that Microsoft may be getting rid of Windows Phone, and this is one of those things where there's a lot of evidence to support a rumor like this, and then there's also a lot of evidence to make it just a rumor. Now, I think one of the important things to understand about Windows Phone is, from my perspective, I think it's one of those things where you step outside of that realm and you're often reminded of why Windows Phone is your preference. For so many various reasons. And I'm reminded of this fairly often when I do reviews for other phones. When people come to me with problems for their phone, so on and so forth. I see the other side of the coin. My daily driver is a 1520. My work phone is a iPhone 6. I've got plenty of Android tablets, and every now and then I'll review an Android phone. So I'm very much in touch with what is going on in the world today in terms of mobile. And Windows Phone has always been it for me. And there's like I said, there's so many different varied reasons. It's the fluidity of the operating system. Even today, I have a 6 Plus. Is that the name of that iPhone? An iPhone 6 Plus. It is. And there's times when I take that thing out of my pocket and it's ringing and I can't slide to answer. There's times when it slows down, when it just resets on its own. And it just gets slow sometimes. Various little issues here. And then there's Android. Reviewing Android phones, they do quirky things. And they've been getting better, but still they do quirky things. And then there's the Windows Phone where it literally just works all the time. It may not have all the apps that you need or you want, but it just works all the time. And to me, that's worth so much more than a lot of what's going on in the other direction. So from a personal standpoint, I think Windows Phone continues to be my chariot, and I feel like a lot of people who prefer Windows Phone get that, or they just want cheap ass phones and it works for what it is. But if you look at Microsoft now, Satya Nadella came out and he said he wants to pretty much trim the fat. And he coined it, there's some tough decisions to be made. Few people got nervous, and this is probably where that rumor is coming from. Windows Phone is definitely a tough sell when you're someone like Microsoft. You're looking to really diversify your offering, and at the same time you're looking to trim the fat, which means you have to assess where your smallest margin is and get rid of it. And that's what they've been doing. They're selling off the mapping stuff now after they spent a crap load of money to develop it or get it from Nokia. However they got it, they're getting rid of it. And like I said, there's if you think along that line and you look at how much Windows Phone has not gained over the years, it probably does make sense from a business standpoint to just get rid of it, to can it. But then you sort of pay attention to how many low-end devices are coming out from Nokia and Microsoft, or Microsoft now. They're killing it with these low-end devices. And to me and you, this may be an annoyance, but if you look at the emerging markets like Africa, it's huge. Africa is booming right now. These emerging markets are big money, and you don't get into those markets by selling premium phones. They can't afford it. So if you can take something like a decently priced or lower priced phone, but give it an experience that you can expect on a premium device, you have a winner. And that's where Microsoft been making the bulk of their margin. And just to compare it, if you go out and buy a $100 Android phone and compare it to a $100 Nokia, you see the world's a difference right away. So that puts it into perspective, and it sort of brings it back home. Well, they wouldn't be doing all of that to just get rid of Windows Phone, would they? And then you look at a lot of what's going on with Windows 10 and how they made the shift to have Windows 10 be a part of everything. You know, the Xbox, tablet, PCs, and then you've got that dope Continuum project that's going on. Well, it's not a project, it's a feature that's going on with the phone, where the phone runs a different scaled version of the application, where when docked with a mouse and keyboard and display, it blows up the UI and it becomes a full PC. Why would they have done all of that development work to get rid of Windows Phone? You know, I think it's a lot of question marks at this point, and there's a lot to support each side of the argument. Me personally, I don't think they're getting rid of Windows Phone. I think they may be trimming the fat, and they may be reassessing maybe what that hardware is worth to them. I know they just appointed a new head of the device and services part of the operation. So I don't know if you know the alliance between the OEMs, HTC, Samsung, LG, if they can get that together, because that would be a great help, and we would have to deal a lot less with what's going on in Nokia. And to be clear, what I mean by what's going on in Nokia is they are the only Windows phones on the market. And I know we got the HTC, but whatever. You know, we're pretty much in this standstill right now where we don't have any hardware because we're waiting for Nokia. Whereas, you know, LG could have been pushing out something, Samsung could have been pushing out something, and so on and so forth. So I don't think they're doing away with it, but I think they're reassessing how the entire operation is ran. I think Windows Phone is very valuable to Microsoft. I think it's a huge part of Microsoft at this point. And even if it isn't a super profitable margin, you know, it's enough of a mind share to be there that they need or they can't afford to lose. You know, I read an article the other day with one of the old executives from Microsoft was saying that he always wanted to see Microsoft do an Xbox phone. And, you know, this is one of those rumors that won't die, one of those concepts that won't die, because you move from the Xbox phone to a Zune phone, and it's always their entertainment brand, and should they have a phone for this? I think they should, you know, and it's sort of what we get from Nokia. Like, I feel like this is as good as a Xbox phone as we'll ever need. It's a Microsoft branded phone. What more do you need? You know what I mean? But the part that makes it very murky is Microsoft's diligence in making sure that they are well accounted for on other platforms. When you do things like that, people sort of look at you like, well, what's the point of the Windows Phone if everything works as advertised on the Windows Phone but on other hardware? Then what's the point of you? And to me, from my personal point of view, it's always the experience. I mean, Windows Phone is a tough sell in terms of hardware. It's not right now. You know, they're way behind the hardware cycle because Nokia is waiting they're waiting to finalize Windows 10 before we see that hardware, and it's a tough sell. And even you still got that app gap that they're trying to make better with the emulating Android and allowing the port straight from the Apple language right into C+ or whatever it is we use, C#. Is it C#? I don't know. I forgot. But I think it gets better. These little things are getting better over time. And you got to remember, the iPhone is the iPhone now. And it was an 8-year journey. And Android was on a 7-year journey or 6-year journey, however you count that. These things take time. You know, Microsoft is still the younger of the three, or the youngest of the three. So we got to give them some time. And like I was saying, for me, it's always been the experience. I was always willing to give up the apps and to give up the new hardware and spec, and just love the fact that the UI is elegant, the phone works, my battery lasts literally 2 days. You know, these are important things to me. It may not be important things to you, and I completely understand that. So yeah, it's a tough sell. It's a tough conversation. Me personally, do I think they're getting rid of it? No. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. And I know a lot of our Windows faithful subscribers on the channel very vocal about this, and I know you got some very good points that I don't even see. So hop in here, tell me what you think. Are they not getting rid of it? What do you think is the move? What do you think is going on? It's your boy Ramon, Lifestyles Defined. I'm out of here. Peace.